Welcome to day 6 of me chasing my crazy dream of creating a Netflix show with no money and no contact. Hopefully I can inspire you to follow your crazy dreams as well. Through a lot of reading of Robert McKee's story, come to realize phrases like the inciting incident, as well as the controlling idea. Expanding the controlling idea of my story has been slightly harder than I thought, so I thought I'd begin with the end and work my way back to the beginning. And this is where story structure and story rules have come in. I'm not usually one for strict rules, but it's clear to see that story structure is important. It keeps viewers and readers hooked, despite being viewed as a strict box that strips writers of creativity by some people. I think the predictability story structure gives to books and movies allows the audience to relax. I think it allows us to expect the right things from storytelling. On Netflix, actually more stuff than I realise follows story writing structure. Even a docuseries like America's Sweetheart, reality shows like Love is Blind, both of these follow story writing structure, even though we may not notice it immediately. As humans, we enjoy structure because it's strategically placed conflict. So we've already established that characters need something to fight for, but they can't get what they want easily. The journey can't be simple and only consist of triumphs. They need obstacles in the way, losses and failure, because that's real life. Even Jesus couldn't avoid conflict. Obstacles and conflict grow us as people. And so when we write stories have to have obstacles and conflict too. So to keep people hooked throughout my story, I will need to add a lot of conflict. The whole world will need to be against the protagonist. Her dream of deep connection will need to feel impossible to reach, and she will need to be broken by the end. It sounds cruel, but it wasn't easy for Frodo to destroy the ring. It wasn't easy for Mulan to save her nation, and it wasn't easy for Moses to keep the faith that God could rescue him and the Israelites. Being broken makes the victory all the more sweeter. In Story by Robert McKee, he suggests that this is the best formula for story writing. Whether you're writing a film, a TV show, a game, or even a reality show format, this formula will work best. So the story has to begin with normality, or at least that which is normal for the character. Then suddenly an irreversible event should take place, completely changing the character's normal and possibly that which they love. This should leave the character with a decision to make. They can either accept the negative new normal, or they can fight to get back what they've just lost. This is where they decide to fight, otherwise we wouldn't have a story. Now the journey to getting back what they have lost must swing from good to bad. The character must have multiple obstacles which they can overcome one by one, with the biggest obstacle and the biggest triumph at the end. The character must ensure small wins and small losses, pushing them to the end of themselves. So by the time they reach the crisis, their true character should be fully on display. Then with one last push from exhaustion, the climax is where they make their final move to achieve their goal. And this last step is successful, leading to a much awaited happy end. But by the end of the story, the main character is changed from the journey and changed for the better. I think this is a great way of writing stories, although I can understand people's worries that if every single story follows this format, you just get more and more of the same. But I honestly think that that is the true reason why some stuff is considered bad and some stuff is considered good. And if everything that is good follows this structure, then this is clearly the reason why. I think story structure reflects life. We respect people who allow their circumstances to make them better people. We respect people who go from situations fighting until they achieve what it is they want to achieve. It's Katie in Mean Girls, Lightning McQueen in Cars, and even Scrooge in A Christmas Carol. And hopefully it can also be my main character in my book.